Flies in the enclosure we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Yes, that's my little tribute to Scott Weiland. Hello, everyone. We are back for another exciting episode of Enclosure. And, folks, if you have been watching this game and my videos of it since the very beginning, and if you're still watching till now, thank you very much for sticking with us. And if so, you may want to sit down for this video. Make sure that you're sitting down and reasonably calm for this. And you might want to skip this video if you've eaten recently, because this video will surprise you. I don't want to say too much more than that, but things will happen in this video, I think. So, we are here. We just crashed our two snowmobiles, or snow scooters, as the game repeatedly calls them. It's white, it's cold, and it's windy. Welcome to Greenland. And Frank is here. I guess he's attending to the scooters. Let's talk to him. The scooters look pretty damaged, Bates. They are good, man. This one's carburetor. That looks weird, but actually I think the only thing weird about it is the two T's. I think I'm used to spelling that word with just one T. But other than that, I guess this is a pretty normal spelling. Yeah, I guess, is that a British spelling maybe? I guess the British spell it with two T's. Anyway, this one's carburetor is completely busted. So we'll be here for a while, I guess. I'm afraid so, Goodman, but not to worry. I'm a fine mechanic. So, this is another one of those screens where even though we're in the wide open wasteland, we can only go in one direction. The game says, don't go wandering off, Mike. You're bound to get lost out there. So yeah, we can't go down or to the left or up. We can only go to the right. So this is the game's way of... Well, I was going to say this is the game's way of being nice and saving us some trouble, but actually it's probably also the game's way of saving the designers from having to draw too many screens. All right, and I think this is it. We can't go down or to the right from here. We can only go back to the snow scooters from here. But what is that thing? You might think at first glance that maybe it's a frozen lake, but it's actually the cave. Yeah, there's a large cave present here. This large cave wall is blocked by a cold, icy wall. The sun's reflected on its surface and almost blinds you. No doubt this caused the sparkling you saw through the telescope. So this is where we need to be. This is where we want it to be after the... thing we saw on the telescope. And I don't think this is quite realistic. I don't think caves freeze like that. I mean, maybe you might get ice in caves, sure, but I don't think the cave would form a completely flat, icy surface as if you'd closed a refrigerator door in front of it like that. But who knows? Maybe it's not meant to be a natural formation. Maybe it's meant to be a man-made formation. But anyway, so what we need to do here is... yeah, an ice wall is blocking the entrance of the cave. Can we break the ice? With what? Okay, I guess that's... usually when this game says with what, that is in fact a hint that you have something you can do that with. And yeah, we have this pickaxe, which we haven't used yet. So let's break the ice with the pickaxe. This part of the icy wall seems too solid to get through. Try it at a thinner spot. The game doesn't actually tell you where it's thinner, though. You just have to kind of try it in a few different places. So it's just kind of trial and error. But this is not too bad. This is not like digging for the treasure chest in King's Quest III. Remember after you get ashore from the pirate ship in King's Quest III, you just have to keep digging and digging, and it takes forever. This is pretty much a two-dimensional spectrum, so you just have to take a few steps to the side until you find the spot where you can... Here we go. This is where we can use the pickaxe. Crack, 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 crack. The pickaxe useless now, you discard it. That's quite a disposable pickaxe if you have to throw it away after striking only... What was that, 7 or 8 blows with it? I don't know, I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure it was less than 10. Don't think that's a very good pickaxe if you have to throw it away after less than 10 hits. Anyway, so let's go inside. Yeah. Oh. I always shut up because I don't want to talk over the music too much. But anyway, that music is quite... The music never gets old. I actually like the music in this game quite a bit. Here you see a horrific sight. 3 bodies are sitting frozen around what used to be a campfire. Also, there are snow scooters here similar to yours, and they're in a very bad condition. All right. Can we look at the scooters? All the cold, snow, and ice did little good to these scooters. They've become useless to their previous owners. Well, they're made for that. I mean, do you, don't they make snowmobiles to deal with cold, snow, and ice? Isn't that kind of what they're for? It's like it's like that guy who it's like that old comic strip. I once saw a comic strip about a guy who had a an umbrella that had really shrunk, like the fabric on the umbrella had shrunken uh, to the point where it was useless. And he took it back to the store, and the guy at the store said, "You must have gotten it wet." Uh, anyway, let's see. Can we look in these boxes here? It's the luggage of this frozen party. Can we get the boxes? Look in the boxes. Open the boxes. Its contents is of no use to you. All right. All right. Well, the obvious attraction here, or the most important thing here, is the people. So let's look at the people. They're all frozen stiff. You feel sorry for them. I don't think people would actually die in this position. I mean, I understand people get cold, but I think they would be. Don't think they would actually die just frozen into that position. Don't think it quite works that way. The woman of this party seems to be holding something that looks very much like a book. Ah, is that what I think the woman's this person on the right. Look at the book. You take a peek at the journal. Yep. Monday, because I think we won't be going anywhere for the next few days, I've decided to start the second journal just to kill time. I just hope time won't kill us. This woman is Ariel. No, yep, that's what I thought. This is the woman who wrote the journal that Sarah read to us in the doctor's room a couple of videos ago. Tuesday, David and Andy are still unable to repair the snow scooters. Personally, I don't mind staying here for the moment. At least there are no ghosts here. Wednesday, it seems the scooters are beyond repair, so we've tried to contact Mary to no avail, but I assume Mr. Mayfield will be missing us by now and has organized a search party. Friday, still no sign of a possible search party. We're running out of supplies and it's freezing. David is sick and Andy's feet are completely frozen, so a walk back is out of the question. It would have been too far anyway. Saturday or Sunday. It's cold, very cold. I'm hungry. Someday. Andy and David haven't spoken a word for hours now and they've hardly moved a muscle. Can't say I did myself, however. Can barely write, fingers too cold. Day. This is getting grim. Pain, a lot of pain. Hope it's over soon. Miss Robert and Cindy, love you, pain. Robert and Cindy are probably her husband and daughter. Day. Ghosts? Is that you, Robert? Cindy? Cold pain, cold pain. Beware of the Eskimo. Beware of Maxwell. Beware of Station Mary. Beware of the hunter. Sleepy? Bye-bye now, Robert. Robert, dear, is Cindy to bed already? Sleepy. Poor woman, but what's with the warnings? It's getting stranger all the time. And then we get a very jolly point sound for that. Yes, get nice happy points for reading something very, very grim and depressing. Can you look at the remnants of the fire? Ah, yes, you see the remains of what used to be a campfire. Can we get the, is there any charcoal or, can we, all right. I think that's all really that we can do with the people. Just read that woman's journal. We do want to take a look at these scooters because, yeah, here we go. A carburetor, how convenient. A carburetor which came loose throughout the years. You detach it and take it with you. All right, well, that's some better news. This is the carburetor you took off one of the scooters. All right. That doesn't quite look like a carburetor, does it? Or maybe, I don't know, somehow it looks like a little bit more than just a carb, but what do I know? I'm not really a mechanic. And most vehicles today don't have carburetors. They're mostly fuel injected anyway. At least cars are. I mean, I guess smaller things like lawnmowers and tractors and things like that might still have carburetors. But anyway, okay, we're done here. So all we need to do now is come back here and give the carburetor to Frank so that he can fix the scooter. And I think the game will recognize it if I spell it the American way with one T. Let's see, does this work? Yep. Look here, Bates. I found a carburetor. Hey, you actually found one, Goodman. Great. It was nothing, Bates. Really. You decide to tell nobody about your findings for the time being. Well, what would they do about it anyway? I mean, I think those people are beyond saving. There, I fixed it. We can go now, Goodman. That's great, Bates. Let's go then. All right, do I have... Oh, no. Okay. So when we go there, you have to go through the arcade sequence, but coming back, we just just happens automatically and we don't have to go through the arcade sequence again. After a long, cold journey, you return to the station, just in time because a heavy snowstorm is taking its form. All right. Home at last. Hey, that's strange. The generator status light is flashing red. There must be something wrong. Yes, there is something very wrong, Goodman. The display tells me the reason of this error: overheating. What does that mean? It means that if I don't fix this error at once, the generator will explode. Holy Mary, can you fix it? I'll try, Goodman, I'll try. I'm going to go ahead and save my game here. So, well, considering that we're in a large frozen wasteland where the temperature outside is probably well below freezing, it doesn't seem like overheating should be too much of a problem. I mean, can't you just, open the door or something and let some cold air in? I mean, it seems like cooling a generator in an environment like this wouldn't be your biggest problem. The status light is flashing red. This means trouble. Can we talk to Frank some more? Making any progress, Bates? I'm working on it, Goodman. How did this happen, Bates? I haven't got a clue, Goodman. Need any help? Need any help? This is a one-man job, Goodman, but thanks. Better not disturb Frank Bates any further, Mike. It's a very dangerous situation, and Frank needs his full attention. Yes, probably right. Okay, I think that's all we can do here. So, yeah, let's leave this place for now. And I think, what's... The light's flashing like crazy. Watch it, Mike. This means danger. There's also a small flashing above the slot. Okay. All right. I'm not sure what that flashing light means. Maybe that's all it's related to the generator. Can we look at the storm that's outside? Since the game said that there is a storm brewing. Whoa. Whoa. That does not... You can barely see with the storm going on outside. Yeah, but that does not look like a storm. Unless it's night. Maybe it's nighttime, and that's the only thing I can think of. Because if it's still supposed to be daytime, that definitely doesn't look like a storm. That looks more like... I don't even know what. Sort of like some creeping black fog that's threatening to envelop the entire station. All right, well, let's go out and see what we can... what's going on with that door? Because of the broken down generator, this door isn't functioning properly and prevents you from going through safely. Let's save again. Let's see, if I try to walk through the door... No? No? I'm pressing up. You can probably see that because his legs are kind of moving. He's kind of makes him walk in place when you keep trying to press a direction when he's up against an obstacle that he can't move against. This was actually pretty standard for Sierra AGI games, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting through that door. All right. Can we get through here? Yeah, that works. All right. Let's see. I'm curious. This is the room that... Okay, this is the garage. So before it said don't know yet, now it just says this is the garage. So, okay. Let's see. What the heck happened there? The door leading north has oil around it. Yeah, you're not kidding. It looks like somebody had a giant oil orgasm all over the door. You hear some printing noises coming from the control room. You decide to investigate it first. The control room is this room down here, isn't it? Yeah. What's going on here? Can we look at the printer? You've never heard of a printer. What's making the printing noises then? One of the monitors is printing like crazy? Okay, I guess that's probably this monitor here. Yeah, it's outputting a lot of data, but that's not really, are those really print, is it really making print noises? I mean, so I know back in the day when people still frequently programmed in programming languages like BASIC, you'd sometimes say that you print to the screen, meaning that you output something to the screen, but that's not really, I mean, today printing pretty much means explicitly printing on paper, and I don't think that the monitor is going to make sounds as it outputs. I mean, I know you hear a printer, like if something that's physically printing a piece of paper, that might make a sound, but something like this isn't going to make sounds that he could have heard from outside the door. But, all right, can we look at the screen? I guess. Um, this does not look good. This is looking steadily worse all the time, isn't it? Can we go through this door now? Yes, we can. Uh-oh. This also does not look good. This is one of the hallways. The walls are smeared with oil. Can you look at that door? One of the doors has gone berserk. Better watch your step, Mike. Probably should save here again. Censored. Uh-oh. That door makes a nice guillotine, but I can see you've already found that one out yourself. Oh dear. So, why was it that on the other door he just refused to go through it and the game said that the door's movement prevents you from getting through safely, but on this one he actually tries to go through it even though it's also not possible to get through safely and then he just gets himself killed? Or is it possible to walk through if you get your timing right? I don't think it's I don't think it's a matter of timing. I think you just can't walk through the door. You probably have to do something with that panel. Okay, let's restore here. And let's take a look at this panel. It's actually, I don't know if you can see, it's sparking occasionally. Or at least it was. Did it stop? There we go. It occasionally emits a little shower of yellow sparks like that. So let's see. Yeah, there's a panel. Can we not open door, but open panel. Managed to remove the panel. Can we look at the panel now? The open panel is revealing its hidden treasure. Wires. All right. Can we get the wires? Can we cut the wires? With what? What do we have that can cut the wires with? Cut it with the poem, because the poem is so, oh, I accidentally looked at the fishing rod. Cut wires with couplet, I guess. Okay, I guess that wasn't very, was not a very logical solution. Let's see, is there anything in here? I don't think there's anything that we can do in here. Let's see, what about up here? This is the, oh dear. There's oil everywhere. Yeah, the oil is not really the problem. Well, I mean, I guess that is a problem, but that's not really. Yeah, it's Dr. Benson. He's badly mutilated with a scalpel. This is that? This black thing looks like it's been driven into his mouth and through the back of his head, but I'm not sure if that's just, I'm not sure if it's just behind him, and that's just, oh, that's the stand from the light. Oh, I see. This blue thing here is a light, and that black thing is just the stand for the light. The black thing looks like it's actually been driven through his head, but that might just be its placing. It's probably actually behind him. Let's see, wait, what was his name? Charles Benson, deceased, yes. Let's look at Charles. Dr. Benson has been cut up terribly with a scalpel, which is still sticking out of his chest. Can we get his body? No. No. All right, can we get the scalpel? Yes, we can. You pull the knife out of Dr. Benson's chest. He briefly moves through the pulling. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Let's take a look at the scalpel. Watch it, Mike. This is a very sharp scalpel, as Dr. Benson knows. I don't think he knows that anymore. Not sure. Let's ask him. Hey, doctor, is that scalpel sharp? All right. Well, that was a futile endeavor, wasn't it? But hey, we have something that we can probably cut those wires with now. So let's try it. Can we cut wires with scalpel? Okay. You sever the wires. Now the crazed door stops his deadly motions. The blade of the scalpel snaps, so you throw the knife away. Hi, Mr. Door. Thank you for stopping his deadly motions. Why did it make a door opening sound when I... Wow, that oil is just... Where's all this oil coming from? This is one of the hallways. The walls are smeared with oil. Yeah, that... Okay, that door at least seemed safe to go through. Wow, what happened here? This room is almost unrecognizable. There's a lot of oil here, and the way to the west seems to be blocked. Okay, I see. So we can't go that way. This is one of those adventure game things where, you know, the game sort of starts to cage you in as a way of, well, I mean, I guess it's partly to induce claustrophobia, but I think more than anything else, it's to let you know which way you're supposed to go. This is the game's way of telling you don't bother going that way because there's nothing puzzle or game related that you need to do over there. Come this way instead. So this door leads into the dining area, or used to. Yeah, it still does. Boy, this place, wow, this place is a mess. Yeah, the whole place is covered in oil. But we still can't do anything with the oil. The paintings on the left partly fell down or are painted with oil. The large painting on the right of Maxwell Mayfield seems to be spared by the oil rampage. Wonder why it didn't... Well, there's a little bit of oil on the top of the painting, but I guess for some reason it mostly didn't get too much affected by the oil yet. Where's all this oil coming from, though? Can we come down to the bathroom? Is there anything... Oh, dear. Lisa. And the lights here are malfunctioning as well. Wow, that urinal is actually spouting... it's actually spurting oil. Can we use the urinal now? No time for that now. Yeah, it's probably not the best time to be using the urinal when oil is spewing out of it. Can we open the door and just use the toilets? Not now. All right. All right, let's take a look at Lisa. Lisa is heavily bleeding. Wait a minute, is she breathing? Lisa, are you okay?
Do I look okay, Mr. Goodman?
Here, let me help you.
Let me be, Mr. Goodman. These wounds are fatal. I'll die soon, so listen.
What happened?
Don't know. Watson and I were attacked from behind. Ouch.
Was it the Eskimo spirit?
The Eskimo spirit? There is no spirit here in Mary.
What do you mean, Miss McIntyre?
I never felt any presence of any ghost, Mr. Goodman. I normally do, but here in Mary...
What are you trying to say, Miss McIntyre?
What I'm trying to say, Mike, is that our Eskimo spirit is an actual human being.
What?
You heard me. All this killing is the work of a man or a woman.
Oh dear. Well, Lisa's the only woman here besides Sarah, so if this is the work of a woman, then that means it's probably Sarah, which would make sense because it's usually the person you least expect. But why?
Don't know. I do know that this killer also operated during the previous expedition, terrorizing William's father, Maxwell Mayfield.
But that means William Mayfield is in great danger, too.
You're right, Goodman. Ouch.
Can we talk to Lisa some more? Where is Sarah, Miss McIntyre? Did you see her anywhere?
We were talking in the bar earlier. After that, she wandered off.
And where are Owen Carter and William Mayfield?
I don't know. I only know where Watson went.
You said he was with you at the time you were attacked?
Yes, he fled into the kitchen defending himself with some crowbar he found somewhere.
With a crowbar? Where is...
The pain.
I'm here, Miss McIntyre. I'm here with you.
Frank, Farewell, Mr. Goodman.
Miss McIntyre, Lisa. Lisa's hand you're holding is weakening. It slips through your fingers. Lisa McIntyre is dead. Let's talk to her some more. I'm sorry, Mike, but Lisa McIntyre is dead. I think Mike's kind of sad about that. I have the feeling that there was some kind of attraction between Mike and Lisa. It probably wasn't anything serious since Lisa appeared to have a crush on Frank Bates and also claimed to have a boyfriend back home. And Mike is obviously pretty committed to Sarah, but I have a feeling there was sort of, it's one of those things where it wasn't really serious, but there was some sort of a. All right, can we. What? I was trying to get her body. I was just trying to. Well, why does that. What? You're sick, you know that? Well, now you do. I wasn't trying to. I'm not like a. I'm not a necrophile or anything like that. At least not with people who dress like that. But all right. We'd better get out of here. I don't think there's anything left to be done there. Don't think there's anything we can do here. Oh no. Watson. This might come as a surprise to you, but Watson's dead. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Oh dear. Oh, and I can't walk through here because that shelving unit is blocking the way. The once so clean kitchen has been turned into a hellhole. There's oil, blood, and the motionless body of Watson. The shelves have gone down with the closet in case you didn't notice. Yeah, I did notice. Thanks for pointing that out, game. Can I, Yeah, we can go around here. Is there something, I think there's a crowbar lying here. Or I guess it's the floor, not the ground, but anyway. All right. Well, we got a crowbar. Yeah, it's a crowbar, all right. We might be able to defend ourselves with that. Defend ourselves against whom? Who's left? So, who's dead? Ben Green, the plant guy. Charles Benson, the doctor. Obviously Watson, Lisa. Who else? Am I missing someone? Who did we come here? Oh, of course, Dr. Lee. Fell off the ladder. Who does that leave? Besides Sarah, there's still, of course, there's William Mayfield. There's Frank Bates, whom we went on the scooter, the snowmobile trip with. There's Owen, the black guy who did the seance. Is there anyone else? That's not many people left. What do we need to do? I guess we should. Let's see. Hold on. I have a feeling I should save my game again. I'll just say I got the crowbar. Let's go this way. It seems like the only way left that we can go. A cold draft is blowing through this hallway. That must signify something. This door seems to be blocked by the generator error. Wow. So we can't go that way at all. We can't reach the residential halls at all. Oh wow, we really are blocked off. That's Enclosure. All right. Can we go back to the let's go back to the garage and see if Frank Bates has fixed the generator yet, because that would be nice. I'm gonna guess that he hasn't. Yeah, that flashing light probably means that he hasn't. But let's see if. What? Where is Bates? He hasn't finished working on the generator, so where is he? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can we turn off the generator? No. Or turn it on, same as before. Game doesn't really even. Oh dear. Let's get out of here. Where can we go? Don't think we can get a... Yeah, we can't go through this door, can we? No, the game just doesn't let us. Um, I think that message about a cold draft of air blowing through the hallway over here was probably the game's way of giving us a hint about something. Do we need to do something with that grate now? Can we open the grate? Okay, the game asks with what? So again, that's probably a hint that we need to use something. Probably the crowbar is the likely candidate. Open grate with crowbar, if I can spell it correctly. All right, there. Wow, it really looked like he was humping that crowbar for a moment. I mean, I realized he was trying to pry the grate open, but all right, let's go ahead and save here, and I'll once again make the same joke. I know it's a corny joke, but I like it, so I'm sorry. All right, can we go through the grate now? Unable to find Frank Bates, who decided to enter the ventilating shaft. All right. Oh, we made it outside, and there's a I thought I saw lightning in the sky. Now, I'm not a weather expert, but I don't think that lightning happens in these kinds of cold conditions. I mean, if there's a storm, there'd be a lot of snow, but lightning usually happens when there's hot weather. Don't think there's... I mean, occasionally you can have a thunderstorm in winter, but that's pretty rare, and it usually requires some kind of warm air mass, which I don't think we have here. But anyway, the shaft seems to lead to the roof. Out here, the storm is raging. Actually, the storm doesn't seem... It's not really the... Whoa. What? In a reflex, Owen Carter pulls the trigger. Slowly, your body temperature starts to adapt to the surroundings. Wait, what? What? Why is... Can I press F6? No, I tried pressing F6 to see what... who was here, but, well, I mean, it's always who's here. That's William, and that's Owen. But why did Owen shoot us? Owen, why did it have to be the token black guy? Oh dear. Oh, this is getting pretty bad. Well, this is probably a good point to stop the video because, as you can see from our score here, we're 1 point away from the maximum score. We are pretty close score-wise to the end of the game, but the game's ending does... it does take a while in terms of telling the story and closing out the story, so this is probably a good place to stop here. So I'll go ahead and close out the video here, and probably in the next video we'll finish off, and we might... I don't know if we'll do a second video after that because I think the game has some kind of a sort of an extended. Well, anyway, don't want to spoil anything. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the next video of Enclosure. So, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you'll join me next time when we see exactly what is going on here and maybe start to finally unravel some of the secrets of the mysteries of Enclosure and Station Mary. Thank you for watching, everyone, and. Yeah, this was nice. This was, I mean, I don't really like, I think I've said before, I don't really like terribly violent things, but you know, this is a change of pace because the game has been pretty slow up till now. The game is, like I said, the game's not really very scary, which I like. I mean, I'm glad that it's not really a terribly horrifying game because I don't really go for that kind of thing. But it is a game with a few twists, so. We'll see a few more twists in the next video. So until then, folks, ta-ta for now, and may the Enclosure be with you. Yeah, I got nothing.